hey, 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 hey.
Gridiron girls come roll with the winners. Our conversation
On the players involved in the Saints bounty scandal.
We're just finishing up. We expect to be finished shortly. And as soon as we're finished up with our work, then we'll reach a decision and release it immediately.
Have the players under investigation been notified?
We've released all that information to the public and to the NFLPA.
Are you getting a nap, a little disco nap, maybe?
The way I'm going right now, no. I'm on the phone with the governor of Minnesota and everything else. No, it doesn't look good to me. So I'm not used to naps. So.
What's the status of the Pro Bowl right now? Greg Goodell has been tweeting some stuff out. And
Oh, God. Really, what has he been tweeting?
Just that
The status of Pro Bowl is for the last, really, the last couple of years, there's been a lot of discussion about how to make the Pro Bowl attractive to, obviously, the players, but more importantly to our fans, to the audience. And we've been struggling on how to do that. And you've seen we've made changes. We moved the Pro Bowl back to the mainland. We put it in advance of the Super Bowl, which seems to have worked. I think the last, is it 3 games, I believe, that we've had? They've all been in the top 10 ratings-wise. So actually, putting it in advance of the Super Bowl's work. But it's clear from this year, and I think I said it publicly, that the quality of that game was not what we're all about. So we're either going to improve the quality of that game or we'll discontinue it. So we've been in pretty intensive discussions with the union over the last several months. Discussions as recent as this morning I had with the president of the NFLPA. So we'll continue to do that. If we can't find a good solution to make it a competitive and fun event and reflect well on the NFL, then we'll probably discontinue it.
just to follow up with it, is there an idea to do something, an alternative to the Pro Bowl, like skills competition or something like that?
Yeah, the problem is we've done that. No, we have. We have beach contests. Remember the old classic Superstars?
Yeah, I remember.
We tried a lot of that on the beach in Hawaii. We ended up having a very serious injury, by the way, one of our players. So I think we've got to the point where we've tried an awful lot of things. In a recent meeting with the NFLPA, one of the players had a very interesting idea that we're going to pursue, that we think is worth evaluating and trying to see if that would make any sense.
You want to share that idea?
Well, let me share this much of it. Instead of having just a winner and loser share, you would actually take the pool of money and you would divvy it up based on performance during the game. So you wouldn't necessarily get a payment whether you're on the winning or losing team. It'd be how you perform on the field when you're on the field.
So kind of like the David White MMA model, where you kind of, no, seriously, like you're doling out.
With all due respect, I have no idea what you're talking
Okay.
about.
With his fights, if there's a particularly, obviously, like if there's a great hit, like he'll give his guys extra bonus money for the fight. So
No,
like you're saying, if there's a
that's paid for
touchdown,
performance. So you're going.
so if a guy has a touchdown, then he gets extra.
Yeah, but it would probably, and this is why we're at very early stages.
Yeah.
It was just a concept. So the question is whether the offense and the defense playing against each other, whether if the offense scores a touchdown, that offensive team gets X amount of dollars. The defense would not get it. If they hold it, the defense gets it. I think that's just generally the concept. But as I say, this came up as recent as last week.
Have you given any consideration
that we're that close?
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I didn't know. Have you given any consideration to changing the format of the game itself? I mean, right now you have AFC All-Stars versus NFC All-Stars and guys that really are looking to get hurt. Have you ever thought about tweaking that, saying take the best rookie players of a given season versus the best second-year players from a given season? Have you given any consideration to
Yeah, we talked about it. If you have a concept, we'd love to hear it. I'm not sure how appealing that would be to the general public, though.
Well, I mean, even like the rookies, I mean, tonight is evidence that you're going to have all these ready-made stars coming into the league, and I think you could sell possibly a more interesting game based on that, and having those rookies play against guys that have been in the league for an extra year already.
Well, a little bit you're going back into the old college all-star game, and we've discussed that too. I think the practicality where you are now, there's a lot more money involved because of their salaries. The risk, obviously, because of that too, is significant. So you have to balance the realities of the world's changed for these guys,
Right.
and for us. So it's not that we wouldn't consider. We have considered alternatives to that. We talked about an all-rookie game. We're just not sure, one, would all the rookies want to do it, and two, is it really attractive for the fans?
Sure.
Yes.
With the emphasis on the concussions and player safety, one of the questions that I get from a lot of fans is that how do you fight the contradiction that those type of hits are celebrated? You see things like jacked up, and you see those highlight type of hits over and over again. And then I know for a period of time, the NFL would promote, DVDs and videos like hardest hits and things like that. How do you keep the physicality and everything in the game, but not show a contradiction of, that's how you're making money or that's how you're making stars, or how players perceive that's how they become stars because of these hits?
I would acknowledge sometimes you can get into a fine line in certain areas, but we acknowledge that our game is rough, that it's a tough game, and that there are hard hits. What we try to focus on is making them legal. And so that's why we've identified techniques and hits that we think are illegal, which sounds like you were going through when I walked in, that we think can lead to injury. And so and that's not recent. We've been doing this for decades. We have always evaluated our rules and taken out techniques. The head slap is an example. Clipping, where you know that these plays can lead to injuries, you should take them out of the game. So we're continuing to do that, but it doesn't mean the game's not hard, it's not physical, and it's not that the fans don't love that. We understand that. But we do believe we can make the game safer and still maintain the integrity of that and the toughness of the game.